Hey friends, Abby Johnson here, and today I want to share a story with you. I went to HEB, and HEB is a grocery store here in Texas, the best grocery store. And I went to HEB. I was buying some diapers and baby stuff for a pregnancy center who needed it. And I was in the baby aisle, and I saw this older man. If I had to guess, he was probably mid-70s. And he was on the baby aisle, and I saw him looking in the formula section. And he was really, just really looking around. And if you've ever been at the formula section in a store, it can be overwhelming. There's so many different types of formula, and he was really, looking it over. And I saw him sort of, walking back and forth. And I was, grabbing the things that this center needed. And sort of looking at him. And so after a while, I said, sir, is there anything I can help you with? Are you looking for a particular kind? I've done this many times, so if there's something I can help with, let me know. And he said, no, ma'am, I know what kind I need. He said, man, this formula is expensive. And I said, yes, sir, it is. It's very expensive. And he sort of, started going on. He said, he said, man, I can't believe how expensive this is. He said, my wife and I, we never use this stuff with our kids. And he said, my daughter is here with her baby. She lost her job due to all the layoffs, and she's here with us, and she forgot her formula, and so I'm having to pick some up. And he said, man, I was not expecting how much this was going to be. And I said, yes, sir, it is. It's crazy how expensive this formula is. And so I was sort of gathering some more stuff, and he sort of, stood there looking at it for a minute. And then I saw him sort of, walk off, and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna grab a couple cans of the kind he was looking at. And so I grabbed a couple. I left the basket there, and I grabbed a couple, and I ran and got some from the self-checkout, and I went back with the bag, and I found him, and I gave it to him, and I said, sir, I said, man, I have 8 kids, and I know how expensive this stuff is. And I said, I just wanted to bless you today. And I said, I got you a couple cans of formula. And I said, I also wanted to write down a couple places. I said, I don't know how long your daughter's going to be here, but there's some pregnancy centers in the area. And I wrote down my name, and I said, if you will give them my name, I work with them. And if you just give them my name, they'd be happy to, help your daughter with some formula or whatever you need. I don't know how much she brought or how long she's going to be here. And he just started to cry. And he looked at me, and he said, he said, I can't tell you what a blessing this is to me. He said, because if I'm honest with you, I was standing there wondering how I was going to be able to steal a can of this formula, because I just didn't have $20 in my account to get this formula. And he said, my wife and I are poor. And he said, we live on a very fixed income. And he said, it may seem stupid, but we just don't have an extra $20 until our next check comes in. And I said, no, sir, that's not stupid. And it just, and then he just embraced me, and we hugged probably for a good 30 seconds. No mask, I didn't care. I didn't think once, I hope this guy doesn't have the virus, and he wasn't thinking that about me. There's been all this talk, like, oh, well, talk about masks and all this kind of stuff. And I'm thinking, how lucky people must be that they can sit on social media and they can shame and judge people for whether or not they're wearing a freaking mask. How privileged you must be that you have the time to sit and talk about wearing a mask that probably in the end isn't going to help anyway. When there are people contemplating whether or not they have to steal a can of formula to feed the babies in their home. Yesterday, I talked to 2 men who were contemplating suicide because they couldn't put food on the table for their children. And so they thought the better solution for their families was just to commit suicide so there'd be one less person to feed because they lost their jobs due to this shutdown. But yeah, keep on arguing about masks. Yeah, keep arguing about that. Yeah, keep arguing about whether a stupid question from a reporter and Trump's response was racist or not. Yeah, keep on arguing about that. Keep on arguing about stuff that doesn't matter. Keep on arguing about what the media wants you to argue about. And in the meantime, the hotlines, the suicide hotlines, ringing off the hook. The lines to get in the food banks, longer than ever. People can't feed their children. Homelessness is on the rise. Unemployment, highest it's been in I don't even know how long. Yeah, you keep worrying about those damn masks. Keep on arguing on Twitter. Keep spending all that time on social media. That's going to make a difference. That's going to make all the difference in the world. How about you start serving? How about you get down to those food banks? How about you go through your cabinet, your kitchen cabinet, your pantry? You donate the excess, what you're not using, to those who are going without. How about you call your pregnancy centers and you see how you can serve? How about you go down to your homeless shelters and see how you can help? How about you do something that matters? Nah. Let's just keep bickering. Let's just keep doing that. Let's just keep doing that. Because in the end, that's what really matters.